Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host Wally, and today we are on the Texas Tropical Trail in deep South Texas along the coast, taking a look at Laguna Atascosa National Wildlife Refuge. Now, this refuge is not visited often, but it is a pretty cool place to go. You can see birds, just such as this green jay. The green jay is all over South Texas, so you'll see them everywhere. It's almost like the mascot of the place. Reminds me of the mockingbird in Central Texas, which is everywhere. In South Texas, it's a green jay. But this place is pretty good for birding. You need to come here during the right season, though. I tend to travel during the summer since I'm a school teacher, so I get to miss a lot of the bird migrations that occur on their shoulder seasons. But this place has a pretty cool little hiking areas. It's paved, so if you're wheelchair bound, you can still do some other hiking and get to look at some of the trees and shrubs and get to learn a bit more about the birds, which you can definitely hear as you're walking around. You can take a look at this tree that has been pecked to death by one of the birds when they're trying to get to the termites and get to see some nests. They also have this little amphitheater for whenever they need to teach people. And I love looking at prickly pears, even though I don't like the taste of them. That was the area next to the center, but if you really want to go and explore, you would have to drive away from the center and head on over to where the Laguna actually is. And here, there's big fields on the way that you can check out. Sometimes you'll see some of the birds just hanging out in the meadows, doing their bird things. As you can see, it's more brush country than actual forest. But then you finally get to the Laguna Atascosa, which means stagnant waters. And if you look closely, you can find your cranes still doing their crane things. I always get excited every time I see a crane or an egret. They're some of my favorite birds, and it makes me happy just seeing them. It's got a little pavilion you can camp out at, and then you can go take in some of the other hikes. Like I said, they're all paved, so they're easily accessible. And there's some covering, but it's not that good. And that's a mesquite tree. And look at these palm trees, they're spiky. I should know the name of them, but I don't. But there is some pretty intense heat if you're here. So make sure you're prepared with plenty of water, maybe some shade. And as you can see, you can take the paved road so you don't need to actually go through all the brush. And you can try to go and see if there's any alligators out. Now, other than East Texas, I've never really seen an alligator out in the rest of Texas. So that was kind of disappointing. But I saw some dragonflies with double wings. That was kind of cool. And some of these berries. I'm not sure if they're edible. And a raccoon just trying to hide, pretending that it's not there. They told us to go look at some of the other places to see if there's any alligators, but I still found none of them. Maybe one of these days I will actually see an alligator in the rest of Texas. Until then, thanks for watching and leave a comment. Bye-bye.